What's up, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, videographers, and probably photographers. Thank you guys for being here, for watching this little live that we're doing here today. I'm Stan Giles, if you haven't seen me before, and I'm joined by Jimmy Lick today of Aurora Film Co. He's based out of San Diego. We're going to let Jimmy talk. He has a lot that is going to be really informative to talk about, but I do want to start off by letting you guys know what we're talking about. And what we're talking about is a new platform for finding second shooters, finding lead shooters, and that's called Second Society. This has been long overdue in our industry, something like this to hit even the videography industry. The fact that this isn't something in the whole even commercial sphere is bewildering to me. But the fact that we have this in the wedding sphere now, only for wedding videographers and photographers. But today we're talking about the videography side, which is really important. It's called Second Society, guys. It's going to beat the crud out of trying to find shooters on Facebook groups. It's going to be just as easy as finding an Airbnb. By going into the Airbnb app, you can find a second shooter, a lead shooter that you trust. And so we're going to be talking about that. But I do want to let you guys know right off the bat that today, if you decide to get a membership or a subscription to Second Society to get on that platform, it's going to be the cheapest it's ever going to be, especially if you use the affiliate link STANTON10. That's going to get you 10% off. This is very much the beginning of this app. If you get in on it now, it's going to be really beneficial for you in the long run, but it's also going to save you money as well. I'm really excited about this. I feel like I've talked enough. I want to turn it over to you, Jimmy, and let these people know a little bit about you. Talk about Second Society first, whatever you want to lead with. But yeah, I'm going to give the floor to you, man.
Beautiful. What an incredible intro. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, guys, my name is Jimmy Lick. I live in Carlsbad, California. I run a wedding business with my wife, Alexa, and we've been doing weddings for about 8 years now, full time. And it was about, obviously COVID hit hard a couple years ago, and we ran into the problem with most people have run into, which is double booking a wedding. And it was 2 destination weddings. And this is where we came up with Second Society, where we ran into the issue of trying to find 3 different shooters for a really big wedding of ours. And it just took forever. We looked through Facebook groups, through Instagram posts, did the whole 9 yards, looked through about 50 shooters profiles, and couldn't find somebody who really stood up to our brand and someone that we could actually trust. So we ended up flying out people from all over the United States to film this wedding, which took a big cut from us. And I realized, like, this is the worst way to find shooters, and there has to be a better way. And there wasn't. And so that's where we just said, you know what if we created the only platform out there that helps you find second shooters all over the United States, so we could keep doing the destination weddings that we love to do and find people to help us.
Nice.
Yeah. It's for our brand and the way that we shoot weddings, it's always really helpful to have a second shooter. And so it's something that I'm looking for all the time. And so building this site was hopefully the answered prayer to that.
Yeah, man. I feel like the best things start off with a problem, and it's somebody taking the initiative to do something about it. I've been really impressed with how clean the interface looks, and how seamless it is to be able to search for shooters on that. We'll kind of get into that here in a little bit. But let me go. What was the next thing I was wanting to talk about here? A lot of people in this group, some people in this group know that I'm big on solo shooting, or just having one person there. If I'm not there, having like a lead shooter shoot for me. I would say like 2 or 3 weddings a year, I have a second shooter. And I just recently came out with a video talking about how I solo shoot. And so maybe some people out there are thinking, well, why are you jumping on now to talk about an app that's about finding second shooters? And if you did watch that YouTube video, you'll notice that I never dissed the idea of having a second shooter. It just happens to be what I normally do. Now, do I love having second shooters? Absolutely. Like, having a second shooter with me definitely enhances certain parts of my day. First looks, filming the reaction to the other person that is saying the vows. Like, I'm only shooting from one angle, and I'm very minimal also during my ceremony. So I don't have a camera angle over on the other side. And so adding a second shooter to my repertoire in 2023 is something I'm going to be doing more, but I'm also very comfortable shooting by myself. And I guess we could kind of, well, before I guess I actually jump into the pros of having a second shooter. What's going to be the best way for people to go and find Second Society? Is that going to be what's that web URL? I'll drop it down in the chat here.
Yeah, it's just secondsociety.io.
All right.
And right now we are in a pre-launch, so we're still, testing beta, going through that whole thing, and we're planning on launching January 28th. And shout out to anybody in the San Diego area. We're having a huge party. Go down, completely free. We want you to come out, celebrate with us, party. Got a ton of vendors coming out to help support. So.
All right, sweet. Let me I am not a multitasker. Use code STANTON to get 10% off.
All caps.
All caps, Stanton 10 to get 10% off your subscription. And what are people's options? Like maybe kind of walk through what people are going to see whenever they get on the Second Society. What should they know coming from you?
Oh, 100%. So right now we are doing a pre-launch sale, which is $99 for a 2-year membership. And then a lifetime membership. You can get it forever, no matter what the updates are. We'll just keep you on the platform forever. Which I've seen that done in a lot of different models, and we are actually locked into a CRM called 17 Hats, and it's been the best thing we've ever done, where we have a lifetime membership with them, and it's crazy to see the rates go up, now from where it was 6 years ago. So that's what we're doing. We're doing 2 models right now, and then it'll slightly change. The price will increase to $195 for the full access membership for a year. So right now you can get it for $99 for 2 years. It's going to increase to $195 per year.
Nice. That's some good info. I also want to say the reason, guys, it's been a while since I've done a Facebook Live. And the reason I wanted to do a Facebook Live with Jimmy to talk about Second Society today is because I actually believe in this. This wasn't something that Jimmy asked me to do. He's not, running some campaign or anything like that. I actually didn't know Jim, and he came into Denver and got dinner with me and Multiply Media and my girlfriend. And we barely knew each other. And he kind of just hit on the fact that he was coming up with this app. And I thought it was a really good idea, but to see it transform into actually not just being an idea, but taking action and making something. I'm stoked to, I guess, be standing beside and supporting something that is actually going to be beneficial for this industry. As the admin, as the creator of this group, I daily am declining probably 2 to 3, sometimes up to 10, sometimes depending on the day, people that are looking for shooters in random places around the world. I mean, it's like literally everywhere. And the reason is because I just know it's just a piranha feeding fest the second that one of those drops down into there. And you never how many of you guys that are watching this have ever really gotten anything from that? I know for myself, whenever I drop in the past, when I would do that, when I was really hungry, to go and shoot for other people and to learn and to learn from other people, I would drop it in there. And I was I knew how it was going to go. There's 100 other people commenting in here. And on top of that, from the other person's side, the person that's posting, it's really hard to sift through all of that. Going from Facebook to somebody's website and then being taken to their YouTube to see the quality of their work. It's hopping platforms almost twice, 2 to 3 times. And so I really think that this is revolutionary for the industry. This is something that it needs. And I think this could be honestly something that you could expand to being even just beyond wedding videography, but it's cool that you started in the niche of wedding videographers. And so that's why I wanted to do this Facebook Live. We're not going to sit here and talk forever. We've only been talking for 10 minutes. We're living in an era of not minimalism, but what's the retention rates for people listening are pretty short. But I wanted to get on here and intentionally talk to you guys and to really endorse this. I'm not BSing here. I think this is something that is really going to be beneficial for our industry and for you. If you're somebody that's wanting to learn, is wanting to get into the game, this is going to help you really get into the industry and to get opportunities in a way that's going to be conducive for your career. And that's going to be, I don't know, just well done. Like it's not dropping your website link into, Facebook and the wedding videographers group and how to film weddings into, my Facebook group here. That could be a dead horse, but I think it's just going to be a lot better. Do you have any follow-up comments on that or thoughts?
Yeah, just kind of like leaning into the Facebook group thing. I think, that was my biggest issue. It's not something that was really sustainable. Like I would even try to hop on there and second shoot for some people. Maybe in like the lower season where we don't have much weddings going on here. There's already 30 people that have applied and it's just like, okay, I'm not going to apply. And then you start thinking like, well, maybe that person would have hired me, but I didn't apply just because of the amount of people that are there. So there's just like, I think there's, at the end of the day, there's just so much opportunity for people. Number one, if you're wanting to second shoot for other people, this is a great way to do it. You set your hourly rate, you set the days that you're available, and you let people find you. You know what I mean? And it's not like you're sitting in there dropping your link 50 times a day and you're like not working on your own stuff, but you're sitting on Facebook just trying to get new bookings, Right. And the same thing for the companies that are hiring. It's just a lot less like, I'm going to put this out there and then I'm going to have to sift through 50 people that I know aren't even qualified. And that's why there's a subscription to it. I want people to pay into something that they believe is going to bring them value.
Yeah. And I mean, the price is so much less than the value that people are going to be getting back. But it's funny, you almost kind of started talking about my next question to you would be like, you mentioned to me a couple of weeks ago when we were talking that you wanted this platform to be a place for quality shooters. You didn't just want everybody to be on there. Like you wanted this to be a place that for people that are passionate about wedding videography, that are wanting to expand their portfolio, that are motivated with their career, and that are good at what they do. And so can you kind of expound upon that just a little bit, just like the idea of having quality choice of shooters on this platform?
Yeah. And, it's going to be a work in process, or progress. And so I think the model might shift around a little bit to try to always cater towards that. That is our core value, high quality photographers and videographers. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it's for both. Number one, subscription model. So you're just weaning out anybody that wants something for free. They can keep doing that through Facebook groups. Second, you're going to be able to show who you've worked with. So there's a vetting process. So basically, if I've worked with Stanton, I can, request that I've worked with him and he can approve it. And then his profile and logo sit on my profile. And so people can see all the people that I've shot with in the past, which gives me validity. So that's number one. Dude,
that's awesome. I didn't know about that. That's really cool.
Yeah. So it kind of gives you badges, right? People that you've worked with in the past that people might know. And then also there's going to be a review. So you can review people's character, professionalism, timeliness, making sure that all those are 5 stars. That's obviously really important to a lot of people.
100%.
Make sure that you're showing up on time, that you're not going to ghost them, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And last, we would really want to make a code of conduct. So we want to create a whole second shooter, not quiz, but basically something that you're going to follow, guidelines that you're going to sign off on and say like, hey, yeah, I'm willing to show up on time. I'm willing to go above and beyond. These are just, core values of ours at Second Society that we want you to abide by. And at any given time, if you disobey those qualities, then we can kick you off the platform.
Dang, dude, that's awesome. That's like, I've always had this desire with our industry. I always wished, I always thought when I first started being a wedding videographer that one day I would make some kind of like code of conduct for videographers, because there's no vetting process. Yeah. Almost like how with like electricians or plumbers, they start off as what's the word, apprentices, and then they become journeymen years later. It would be cool in a way. This is like you're taking action on that idea of like having an actual code of conduct for a wide range of varying aspects of what would entail being a second shooter or even a lead shooter. And that's also an important note. It's not just for second shooters, guys. Second Society is for finding lead shooters too. So if you're wanting to, let's just say, we all have had leads come in and we're already booked on that day. But you don't want to let go of the money because we like to get paid. And so enter finding lead shooters, enter like finding qualified lead shooters. Trying to do that on a Facebook group. It's the irony of this is we're on a Facebook group talking, dissing Facebook groups, but like, I just don't like that. That's the one thing I don't like about about Facebook groups is whenever people are asking for shooter recommendations. And so finding lead shooters, this is also going to help you make your business into something that it's not right now, that you potentially want it to be, that you want it to be a national company that is bigger than just yourself. You can turn it into a company that's doing 100, 150 weddings a year. You can make your business what you want it to be through this platform. Am I right in saying that?
100%. And I think that's something that we, found in our business as well. It's just something that like we've wanted to grow our business for so long, and finding qualified lead shooters is really tough. Most of the people that are lead shooters are running their own business and most likely not available. And so being able to build your network out to, our goal is to make it available to everybody in the United States. If you have everybody that's a photographer and videographer in the wedding industry in the United States on there, you're going to have opportunity and people that are available, even if they're super high qualified, even if they're doing great in their business, they're going to be available for one of those dates, And so if we have access to more people, we can all benefit.
100%.
And that's something I say all the time, which is I want everybody's business to rise up together.
Yep. What's the saying? A rising tide raises all ships, or something like that. Something like that. I don't think I said it right. But yeah, I'm speaking into existence that this app is going to be the place to be to find a shooter, a second shooter, a lead shooter, shooters in general for wedding videographers and wedding photographers. And so we don't have to beat a dead horse here, guys. Stanton 10. It's going to get you 10% off of already the cheapest prices that you're going to get. It's still pre-launch. Join now. Like it's going to be good to get in now. And be one of the OGs on this platform. Subscription prices go up. It's just part of. It's part of. I mean, I've doubled my Patreon prices. Things go up over time. So yeah, Jimmy, you got anything else that you want to say that I didn't cover during this? I just, we've been spent about 20 minutes. People probably got a pretty good idea of it. But I just wanted to get on here and to really show that I believe in this thing, that it's going to be awesome. And just so everybody knows, I'm on there too. So
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I think just the last thing I would want to add is it's not only to help find shooters, but it's also for anybody that wants to second shoot as well. Like I'm on there as both a company hiring people and then also wanting to second shoot and lead shoot for other people. So just putting it out there that it's also a platform for that. And it's also for you to find other weddings throughout the United States. So, if you're traveling around, if you're doing destination weddings and you want to pick up an extra wedding in that area. So, if we have a wedding next July in Denver, I can shoot, find somebody else who has a wedding in Denver on that same weekend and, shoot there too. So you can kind of travel and shoot weddings while you're out there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I think it's awesome. It's going to be the thing. Get in now, guys, while you can for this good price. You're not going to regret it. And so Stanton 10, I'll get you 10% off, guys. I think I've said everything I wanted to say about it. Jimmy, do you have anything else you want to say? I think you kind of wrapped up there a little bit. Yeah. Well, thanks for taking the time, man. Guys, dude, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or Jimmy. Follow Roar Film Co. Follow Second Society on Instagram. They got a really awesome commercial as they just came out with some cool branding that they're doing around Second Society. But if you got any questions, follow-up questions like these live chats, they sit on here. I know a lot of you guys probably aren't able to be present, at 11 a.m. Central Time. A lot of you might be doing other things, but shoot a message, drop a comment in the chat below. secondsociety.io is the web address with www at the front of it. That's it, Jimmy. Good seeing you, man. Man. Let me know, guys, if you got any questions, and we'll see you guys later.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or suggestions for Second Society, feel free to leave a comment below. At the end of the day, this platform does not exist without you and your help. And so we just appreciate you joining in. We appreciate you listening. And I want to build this platform to the best of its ability with you guys. So thank you guys again so much. And we look forward to talking with you soon.